Well, Danielle now joins us. It is, in fact, Stars in Cars.
She joined us.
Stars in Cars. That's part of one of our running series we have here on Golf Today. Danielle, you pointed to your mental game as something you were very, very proud of over the weekend. What specifically did you do so well?
Hi, everyone. First of all, apologize for the car thing.
No, we love
driving
it.
down
We love it.
to Boca, so it's as authentic as it can get. I'm doing the best I can. This week, what I did the best was the fact that I was able to stay in the present and stay in the moment as much as I can. I wasn't worried about what I did or what I should have done, what I could have done. I was just more focused on what I needed to do at that moment. So that was something very difficult, but I did a great job.
Danielle, like players and people of a certain vintage or age, you're on social media. We counted 22 stories on your Insta today. Almost all of them are you resharing someone congratulating you on the win. So what's the cutoff? Only friends and celebs? Do the people have to have your cell number? How do you decide who gets the reshare and who gets just the double tap like?
I don't really have a consistent method. When I'm talking to somebody in real life, I sometimes repost, and then if I'm doing something else, I forget about it. So whatever pops up the most recent, I just end up posting it. I don't try and post the same pictures because people are just going to keep clicking through. And at the end of the day, if you look through my stories, people will say, "Yeah, we get it, you won." So, but I do want to be thankful for the, you know what I mean. So I do want to be thankful for those people that take the time and post about me and just say congrats, and they write funny little things, and I appreciate it.
Danielle, I was interested in this nugget from your win, the off-season focus on bad weather golf. We've talked a lot about it on the show today. With the Open being just 1 week in a busy schedule, why work so much on that as opposed to some other things?
So I think that got taken out of context. That was one of the things that I worked on, was to be better in the cold, because that's one of my biggest weaknesses. People have pointed it out. And my caddy has mentioned that he would like me to play better at the British Opens. And I don't want to be written off when the weather gets cold. So if I have the biggest weakness, that means I have the most to improve. So that's something that I did put a lot of time into, working in the cold. And not only that, I tried to work really hard. I actually started training at the UFC Apex with Duncan French, and I have the physios there, Heather. I have a sports psych from there named Micah. I just have a really great team around me that has built me into a better athlete, and that's something that I've been really focused on for the last 8 weeks.
How do you go about deciding how many layers is the right amount? Is it like Goldilocks and the Three Bears? The bed's too firm, the bed's too soft, the bed's just right? Is it 2 layers? Is it 4 layers? How do you decide the perfect amount of layers for you to do what you do?
Trial and errors, actually. So when I work on the cold weather, when I get out there, I put on as many layers as I can, and then I try and hit a specific shot. If I can't do it, that's out of the toolbox. If I'm incapable of doing certain shots, it doesn't work. And then that's what you have to do. You got to keep trying. I can't hit a certain shot. I've learned that with or without layers. I've tried to play super cold and shivering. If that doesn't work for me either, I get the chills and it doesn't work. So I have a lot of base layers. I actually have 4 layers on top and 4 layers on bottom when I'm playing the last 2 days.
Danielle, do you have to readjust the way you think about 2022 after winning the first event of the year? Does it make you kind of rethink about goals and what you want to do, not just over the next couple of months, but throughout the entire season?
No, actually, not at all. I'm very proud of a lot of things that I accomplished this week. I really stayed in the moment, stayed in the zone, and I felt very at peace while competing, and I haven't felt that in a while. So I was really, really impressed with how my team has worked with me to get me to this point. So I was very thankful.
Yeah, it wasn't like 2021 was empty by any stretch. You had 9 top 10 finishes. You didn't win a golf tournament. When you walked away from 2021, what was your assessment? Were you positive? Were you disappointed? How did you assess your year?
2021 was a disappointing year for me. I wasn't happy with the way I played. I wasn't happy with the way I was mentally, physically, anyways. So psychologically, physiologically, and any way you can put, I knew that I had so so much room to improve in all aspects. So I really wanted to take leading up to the off season, November, December, and January, to kick off the season the way I wanted to, how I wanted to feel, have the right energy levels, the focus levels. So 2021, though, I can't write it off because that's what got me to get into that momentum of wanting to be better.
Danielle, how much does someone like Nelly push you? I mean, what she did in 2021, obviously the talent that we see from her, no holes in the game. How much does a player like Nelly push you to want to improve and just maybe tighten up one little thing here or one little thing there?
I believe that competition is always good, especially for athletes, because I'm a competitor. And when you see these girls drive it the way Nelly drives, and have, when you watch Imbi putt the way she does, I know the work that she puts in. I practice with her during this off season. All those motivates me. All of them motivate me to be a better player and work harder, because at the end of the day, I want to be better. So even watching Annika compete, it was really cool to see, and that her herself inspires me to be a better player. So I guess it's just, you got to find your inspiration somewhere.
Daniel, I've covered this tournament through the years. It's different. You got the music, you got celebrities, Larry the Cable Guy some years, Larry Fitzgerald almost every year. But it's different. How do you embrace kind of the craziness and not let it be a detriment, and you stay in your bubble to perform?
It actually doesn't really bother me. I don't mind the music on 18 as long as it was consistent. I think it kind of bothered me one round when they were turning it on and off. So I didn't know when it was going to go back on, and the inconsistency would kind of throw me off. But other than that, I play with Lee Bryce every year. I still talk about how he's not very good at golf. Sorry, Lee. But he's so fun to play with, and he's got such a good attitude. I love this kind of events because I got to play with Mark Mulder. I got to play with Marty Fish, Greg Maddox. They're one of the best athletes that ever have lived. So for me to pick their brain, the way they were so passionate about the way they play, like John Smoltz, like I love watching him be a competitor, even if it's not his dominant sport. And it was really cool to experience it. And I was picking their brains about what they do with their competitive energy after, being done with their sport and stuff. So it was really cool to be in that environment, to be able to learn from different people. And I was very thankful that HGV has adopted this tournament.
Well, Danielle, the game is better when you're winning golf tournaments. Congratulations. Drive safely. You got a road trip to Boca, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm on my way to West Palm Beach right now, so I'll have fun there.
Sweet spot.
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm jealous you're going to West Palm. It's cold in the Northeast, Danielle. Congrats on the dub. Get another one this week.
Thank you guys so much.